Is the bike cool enough that I want to keep the bike? Every time I take delivery of a new e-bike from a new company, that's the first question that I ask, and the Freego Nachbike S1 is a 100% I want to keep this bike because it is so freaking cool. So we rode around and got this thing dirty. All right, guys, Adam and I are here checking out the Freego Nachbike S1, 1400 watt motor, awesome dirt bike looking e-bike. Adam is going to give us his first impressions riding the bike. Then we're going to go through some of the specs and then we're going to put it on the road.
Today we've been checking out the Freego Nachbike S1. And we, as you can tell, we've already ridden it a bit. We couldn't wait to give it a try. It's really wet, it's really cold here today, and it's really, really muddy. So I was kind of curious to see how it would do. But shockingly, even with 6 inches of mud, I didn't actually have to pedal. I'm over 6 foot. I weigh, 200 plus pounds. And if I didn't want to pedal, I didn't have to. It wasn't super fast, but I could get through all the mud, and you'll see in the video some of the high grass and everything. It's really comfortable. We didn't put the front fenders on yet because we were just too excited to get out and ride it. So probably would have knocked down on the mud spray a little bit.
But it looks better.
Looks better. I love this seat. So throwback 80s with the ribbing and all of that kind of stuff. We've tried a ton of e-bikes and a lot of them are very similar, I would say. But what I like about this is the low end torque. When you look at the websites, a lot of them have very similar specs, 750 watts, 1000 watts, 1500 watts. It's all right in there. But it's kind of crazy how much the performance can vary based off those kind of simple specs. And with somebody my size on a lot of bikes, really getting off from just a standstill, especially if it's muddy or wet, is really hard. I have to pedal. On this one, I didn't. Which was great. We haven't tried it out on the road yet, so I'm not sure of the top speed when we're not sloshing through mud, but it was really comfortable. It's built really well. There's some cool detail stuff that I like they threw in here. There's like some stars punched in the metal in the back. I really like how the battery's more vertical. I feel like it
looks awesome.
Made the balance a little bit better. Going around the corners when it was muddy, you could have just completely wiped out, but it was really stable. Must have something to do with the overall, I guess, design of the frame. I wish I had worn shoes that had a little more grips because the only problem I had in the mud was my feet sliding off the pedals, but that was more of a shoe problem. Yeah, it looks awesome. I like this headlight. A lot of the e-bikes have the same headlight, I've noticed actually, and I kind of like how this one looks.
Yeah, this one's cool.
I like the dirt bike vibe, and I'm actually really impressed it did so well on the mud. I thought it was just gonna die out.
Yeah, so this bike has dual hydraulic brakes, also full front and rear suspension, a 1400 watt peak motor. They don't specify whether that is the actual strength of the motor or if it's a 750 watt motor that gets a 1400 watt peak, as some do in sport mode. This calls it off-road mode. And actually right out of the box, this thing was unlocked, was going 35 miles an hour down the street when I tested it out first. And like Adam said, it did no problem going through some really heavy mud, and as you can see, it's done a great job. We're gonna put it on the road now and just ride it and see how it rides coming off the dirt and onto the pavement. out riding and shooting video on a very cold day, and I didn't charge the bike fully just because I wanted to get out and shoot and finish this video. But something I noticed is the battery indicator seems to go down really fast, especially when you're flat out on the throttle. And then as you sit, like I just showed you, it was at 3 bars and it went right back up to 4 bars. So it's a very odd meter, inaccurate meter. I don't know how much power I actually have left in the battery. I know it's a big battery and I hope that it lasts a long time. So far we've put a total of 11 miles on this bike. It's doing awesome and it's super fun. I don't yet know about the actual range of one charge, but hopefully we'll be able to try that out. But overall, this is a fun bike. We had tons of fun riding the Freego S1 around the farm. For about 1,900 bucks, this is an awesome bike. You get all the major features, plus the cool factor. It just looks awesome. You're gonna love this bike if you get it, and I would definitely highly recommend the Freego. I'll put a link below to all the gear that I use. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.